What's going on? I have my Chicago Bulls hat on, Windy City. So I just wanted to do a quick video about, Iraq and some of the challenges and struggles that Iraq might have, and maybe conceptions and misconceptions of, sort of U.S. policy and position towards Iraq. And so, um, this is probably like talking down to some people that may or may not see the video, but like, um, so if you understand the Iraqi government to be oppressive, half the world is going to agree with you. The other half is going to say, well, look, you can call us factionalists or whatever you want. You can say that, whatever. We're run out of Baghdad, and that's that, right? Or whatever you want. But this is, we're a government just like everyone else in the world. And so what's problematic is when you have a 40-year history, which can help narrow in on some of the struggles they might face, where you have Kurdistani outliers, other outliers, you still have remnants of militias and other power groups. You have people who don't necessarily still agree with sort of the Republican style of rule. And so, so what happens? Well, one of the things that's like really potentially dangerous or risky is you have the U.S. who can really potentially operate within the region, right? Without like a full-blown war, you're likely to have covert operations because you have these Iraqi militias that have shown they're willing to respond to Tehran and all these other things, right? And you want to stop that. And so, being able to develop a slightly more comprehensive view of things is important. And why is this? Well, when you're looking at the actual fundamental values of development, you get to this point where eventually you have to explain yourself. And if you're in the U.S. and you're trying to sort of back off and say, whoa, wait a second, we're not actually a, what's it called? We're not a, we're not interventionists. We support Israel. We really want regional stability. That's a good thing. So what's wrong with that? And the point is at some point, once you decide to do something, and once you decide that you do something and it's compelling enough that you can see the overall vision, you have to be able to get out of sort of the cyclical motion where, like in the U.S., it's like, okay, are we constantly fueling a problem in the region, or are we able to either completely back out or 50% back out? And now the point is that Iraqis and the Kurds, they've got their little economic squabbles and stuff like this, but people aren't talking about like, well, what happens if Kurdistan they get a little money in their pockets, we're going to probably ship them guns or something, and now they want independence or something, or they want a larger say in the national government. Like those are serious problems people need to contend with. And so, just the main point of the video is that like, getting out of like the sort of 2000s and 2010s and, the Stone Age thinking about this type of stuff is that you always have these sort of core strategies. And then when you're asking like, everyone wants money, everyone wants more accessible systems of capital, everyone wants that easier to work on. What's the problem with that? Well, the problem is that, even in the U.S., you have forms of political extremism and factionalism which always rise up. And that is a problem, right? So, it would just be great to, however that structure works, just have a little more sort of tolerance and understanding for one another. But what do I know?